What's up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know, we do it over here. Go to bigherc916.com, pick you up original piece of art, signed by me, some merch, a hat, or a bar soap, and wash your ass. Please do us all a favor and don't walk around funky. If you have to, you can get the soap and cut a little piece of it and put it between your butt crack, and when you walk, you'll emit a fresh scent so you ain't stinking. Oh man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know we do it. Share the channel, represent. I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, man, about how I pretended to be a white guy in prison. And you're gonna laugh at this. You're probably thinking, how the hell you're a black ass pretended to be white in prison? Well, one of my hustles in prison was helping people do legal work. And I didn't work a regular job, so I would go to a law library. I would type up motions for people, help people research case law, file habeas corpus for people, post-conviction relief, help people get their priors removed. You know, we had a whole little law team up in there. Me and a couple of my partners, and my little Mexican partners, we were killing it, man. We were helping out the Pisces, you know, because they were dealing with a lot of legal entries. We were helping guys who had priors from when they were minors that enhanced their adult sentences. We were helping get those removed and helping them get resentenced. You know, I was doing my thing up in there, man. Had my fly, had my perm, you know. They nicknamed me Johnny Cochran. And yeah, I was shining up in there, and that's how I supported myself in prison. I had a pay-you-no-mind job, so I never made more than $8 a month, $10 a month. I didn't make a lot, you know, I had enough to buy maybe a couple soups. But I had a job where I didn't really make any money because I wanted the opportunity to work on myself and focus on my own hustle. You know, I wasn't going to get out and work for somebody else. So a lot of brothers didn't like that. A lot of brothers did like it, though, because, you know, they were able to get help and they felt they could trust me, which they could. But there were those brothers who hated the fact that I was over there making money off of my mind, and they used to always ask people, how much that nigga over there charging you? Ah, man, that nigga hurt, man. What he charging these? What he charge you for that? Oh, man. And you know, they worked in the factory. They were slaving for Unicor. These dudes were happy to go to Unicor, think they were balling up in there, making $300 something a month, building stuff in the factories for the government. But they're hardcore criminals, gangsters. Bowing down, no keeping the factories open. Yeah, they do it in prison too, bowing down. And yeah, it was a lot of snakes up in there, man. A lot of dudes. And I can tell you right now, if I was a little dude with the knowledge I had, I would have probably got rushed. You know, a lot of these guys would have tried me because they would have felt that I was an easy target. But because of the way I carried myself, a lot of dudes had love for me. They thought twice, and I was able to continue my hustle and helping other people and educating guys who I worked together with, learning the law. But there was a white guy in there, and he was also helping people with legal work, and we worked together, we studied, but I had a lot more material than him, and I had a lot of knowledge of things that he didn't really know about. But then when I explained them, he would re-explain them to me as though he gave me the game. He was one of those switcheroo type cats. You know, somebody that you share information with, and then the following week, they come with, you know, this conclusion that, hey man, you know what, blah, 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 blah. And it's the exact same shit you told them the week before. He used to do this shit to me all the time. And a lot of guys would ask me stuff, then go back and ask him the same question. and he would repeat what I told them, and then they would be cool because it came from a white guy. But this is the type of mental conditioning that a lot of black guys had. And it wasn't just black guys, it was some Mexican guys too, but mainly the black guys would always question what I shared with them, even though I got it from a legal book or an history book or a book that was significant as far as in education. And it never ceased to amaze me, man, how when you hear a message from a certain person, you ignore it because it's not what you've been conditioned to hear it from. If it would have came from a white guy who looked like Santa Claus, or a guy who in a painting looked like white Jesus, you would have never questioned it. You just would have bowed down. So what I did was I had a shit ton of notes, and I had comprised a couple of books that had different notes I felt were valuable, and I want to share them, but I wanted to put them as like a reference book. But I knew I didn't want to put my name on them, because I know if somebody seen my name, they would ignore it, like, oh, that's Big Herc bullshit. So I came up with an interesting name, and I've never shared this story. I've shared it with the homies, but I called it Tim Tell Patrick, and I had 2 volumes, and I typed them up, hours and hours of typing, and I still got the books, man. One of the books was Introduction to the Truth, right? I sent this out on the street, had somebody make me a little bullshit cover and put this little binder on it. And then the second book was Basic Training for Quiet War, State and Federal Courts Exposed. And it says, written by Tim Patrick, Juris Consultus. You know, Juris Consultus, that's somebody that's knowledgeable in the law. Get you a Black's Law Dictionary, man. Get your mind right. Leave that Webster bullshit alone, man. Merriam's Dictionary. Go get you a first edition Black's Law. Blow your mind on how these people have corrupted the English language and how they're using words to imprison you. Anyways, I typed up both of these books, sent them to the street, had them sent back to me as though they came from a publisher. When I got the books, you know, we were always getting magazines in. I spent a lot of money. I spent thousands of dollars on reading material rather than food and other stuff in there, because I was trying to get my mind right, man. My mentals was gonna free me. So I had these books sent in. I showed them to the white guy that everybody looked up to. He was the one everybody followed. They were paying him. Some people were paying him thousands to help him with their case. And this dude, you know, he was getting all his game from me. Just keeping 100. He was getting them from me. So when I got these books in, I took them over to this guy. I don't want to say his name and expose him, but I took him over to him. And he read through them. I let him borrow them. I would let him read one of them first. Oh, he came back the next morning. Oh, man, Big Herc. This guy is the man. Oh, man, see, this is what I'm talking about. This guy knows his shit. And then I gave him this one. Oh, man, Big Herc, where'd you order this from? Can I order the same books? This guy, Tim Tell Patrick, he's the man. He's amazing. He knows his law. Man, my Shelly, man, at the time, man, my Mexican partner, man, my good friend, and my other partner, man, my little co-juris consultants, man, we were laughing, bro, behind closed doors. We were like, look at these fools, man. A couple of brothers, man, they want to order the book. We sent them into them. They walk around like, yeah, Herc, man, he don't know shit, man. This dude right here, Tim Tell Patrick, he the shit. Tim knows his shit. That's what they were saying. Tim knows his shit. And I'm like, wow, man. The perm, the dark skin, you know, the muscles, the articulation, it doesn't add up. It doesn't compute. It doesn't compute, man. Even when I shaved my head before I got out, it doesn't compute. They don't understand how a person from my background, my demeanor, a bank robber, ex-drug dealer, porn star, ex-porn star could know this type of knowledge. It had to come from a white man. Black man is so poisoned in his mind, man. And these are dudes who, a lot of them probably would be considered semi-racist. But they would go to the white dude for legal advice, and he would come to me, and I would give him Tim Patrick. Hey, marinate on that story. Share this story. Blow this shit up. Tim Patrick, man. Dude, I was slanging these books in prison. I'm exposing it now. I'm Tim Patrick. Yeah. Big Herc 916, man. The game don't stop. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds. Go to bigherc916.com and purchase you a bar of soap, one of the books I've written, a hat, a beanie, a t-shirt, tank top, or some detail spray for your car. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com. Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at FreshOutSeries.com. Hello, my name is Big Herc 916. And I'm with the Wash Your Ass Committee, and I'm traveling across America helping people wash their ass and get their booty holes clean. And I have with me here today Wash Your Ass Soap, and this one in particular is Butt Naked Scrub, but I also have Festival, Oatmeal Milk and Honey, Jamaican Me Crazy, Monkey Farts, and all these scents smell very good. They will help cleanse your body of funk and also make you feel better about yourself. So if you can go to bigherc916.com, you can pick you up a bar. And my goal is to help America combat funk.